Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Come on in here. Sit down here with me and let's study the Bible together. This week we're studying the second half of Psalm 31, and last week I entitled this psalm, In a Besieged City. And we're going to come to that here this week, that actually where I take that title from. But the idea is that David is in need of deliverance. He's praying. He's seeking the Lord. He tells us about his condition. And we see connections to the cross. We saw it last week in verse, what verse was that? I think it was verse 5 or 6 last week, where we have that saying that was repeated on the cross, into your hands I commit my spirit. That's verse 5. It's also found in Luke 23:46. And then we have the Sanhedrin council alluded to here by David in verse 13. And so this psalm, very neatly and closely connected to the events of the cross. Of course, Jesus making it his own by actually quoting these words on the cross when he prays, into your hands, Father, I commend my spirit. Now here today we come to verse 16, and we're still in the besieged city, and listen to these words of the psalmist. Cause your face to shine upon your servant. Save me by your mercy. O Lord, do not let me be ashamed, for I called upon you. Let the wicked be ashamed. May they go down dumb in the grave. So cause your face to shine, or make your face to shine upon your servant. This is an important blessing. Now, this is the first time that we have seen this in the Psalter. Psalm 31 is the first time we have the Aaronic blessing. Now, this comes from Deuteronomy, Numbers chapter 6, verses 24 through 26. There, the Lord speaks to Moses in Numbers chapter 6, and he says, speak to Aaron and to his sons, saying, on this wise shall you bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, and then the Aaronic blessing here is given, the Lord bless thee and keep thee, the Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee, the Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. So that blessing is given to us in number 6, is actually given to Aaron and to his sons so that they might bless the children of Israel. And then we don't hear about it again until we come to the book of Psalms. And in the book of Psalms, we have parts of the Aaronic blessing repeated 7 times in 4 different Psalms. So it's very important to the devotional life of the children of Israel because it's in their Psalter, but it's also very important to the devotional life of every Christian believer because you can walk into any congregation, any sanctuary, anywhere in the world, and you will probably on any given Sunday hear this blessing spoken. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. We have it 7 different times in the Psalter, and here in chapter 31, verse 16 is the first occurrence. He goes on in that 16th verse and says, save me by your mercy. So apparently, for the Lord to shine his face upon his servant is salvation for the servant, and it comes by way of mercy. God's mercy. Of course, it always does. It doesn't come by the way of good works or of, some sort of performance-based religion. We're always calling on God's mercy. Save me by your mercy. It's not save me by my works. It's not save me by my righteousness. It's always by your mercy, according to your word, according to your loving kindness. Always it's according to the Lord and his character, not according to us and our character. Verse 17 says, don't let me be ashamed, for I call upon you. Of course he does. That's the whole point of this psalm, isn't it? He's calling out to the Lord. His trust is in the Lord. Don't let me be ashamed, for I call upon you. Let the wicked be ashamed. If anybody's going to be ashamed here, let it be those guys. Those ones, the council, the assembly, they plan to take my life. They're the ones who have laid a net for me. They're the ones who have tried to take me. Do something about them. Let them be ashamed. Let them go down dumb into the grave. And then we're going to see that word dumb again used tomorrow in verse 18. Well, I hope you'll join me then. We will come back here to Psalm 31, and we'll look at verses 18 through 19 tomorrow here in the Bible Bistro. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.